Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, we'll understand differences between RAG and Agentic RAG. So first of all, let us start with what is RAG. So before understanding what is RAG, let us understand how we used to develop generative AI applications in traditional way. So we have a user and the user used to have some query, but we used to have some LLM. So the LLM can be OpenAI, it can be Claude, it can be Grok or whatever. So the user would have some query and will combine that query with the system prompt. So the query can be, what is the capital city of India? And the prompt can be something like, you are a helpful assistant, please respond back to the user in a very polite way. So we'd combine the user query with the system prompt and then we'll send this query to the LLM. Now LLM will generate some answer and then we'll return the response that is generated by the LLM back to the user. Now in RAG, what we have is, we have the user, and then we also have the LLM. These two are the same part. Now what we have is, if we ask the LLM question like, what is the revenue of my company in the last month, then it will not be able to answer the question because it does not have data about my company. Now to provide the additional context to the LLM, we have a special database called vector database. So we have a database and this database is called vector database. Vector database. In vector database, we have data in the form of embeddings. Embeddings are nothing but data in numerical format. Now essentially we would have our company data in files like HTML or PDF or even CSV files. Now to store this data into VectorDB, we need to convert this text to embedding. To convert this into embedding, first what we will do is that we'll do data parsing. In data parsing, what happens is that, suppose you have a data in PDF format and you have many paragraphs. In parsing, what we do is we will create chunks for each paragraph. So this first can be chunk for first paragraph, this can be for second paragraph, and so on. Now when we have chunk, then we can convert this chunks into embeddings. So convert that into embeddings. So in embeddings, to convert the chunks into embeddings, we used embedding models. Now there are many embedding models like OpenAI text embedding, Gemini embedding model. So we can use those embedding models and convert our chunks to embeddings, and then finally we can store in the database. So to summarize, we have our data in HTML or PDF format and they are in the text format. To convert into embedding, we first do data parsing. In parsing, what we do is we create chunks from our text file, and then after parsing we convert that text or chunk into embedding. So to convert that into embedding, we have various embedding models like OpenAI embedding models, generative or Gemini embedding models, and when we have converted them into embeddings, we can store in the vector database. Now all the data of my company are stored in the vector database, and now what we can do is, instead of sending the user query directly to the LLM, we can first send the user query to the database and we can get the relevant data from the database. Now we have some relevant data and then we combine with the same prompt like before. And after combining with the prompt, we can send this data and prompt to the LLM, and then LLM will basically do nothing but summarize this data and then it will send the response back to the user. Here what we are doing is that LLM does not have context about our personal data, which is our company data. So we provide the context to the LLM and LLM can now answer the user query. In this case, what the LLM is doing is that it is basically just summarizing my data, but LLM can do much more than that. And in that case, Agentic RAG comes into play. Now let us see what is Agentic RAG. Now, like before, we have a user and also we have an LLM. And user can have several queries. Now let us create a situation. Suppose the user has two companies, company A and company B. Now if user has query about the company A, the LLM will not be able to give the response. And similarly for company B. Now let us say we have three queries. First query is for company A, second query is regarding company B, and third query is for both of these companies. So here, now LLM cannot give answer about my companies. So here what I have to do is I have to create vector database. So I have to create database. So I will create two separate databases. The first database will be responsible for storing data about company A, and the second database will be responsible for storing the data of company B. Now if I have query about company A, I will get data from this vector database and feed it to the LLM. If I have query about company B, I'll take data out from this vector database and then feed it to the LLM. So now I should have some intelligent system that can take data from this vector database, from each of this vector database according to the query. Now the problem is that I want some intelligent system that can take data from respective vector database. So if the query is for company A, it should be able to retrieve data from this database. If the query is for company B, it should be able to retrieve data from this database. And if the query is for both of the company, the data should be retrieved from both of this database and fed to the LLM. Now, how do we create such intelligent system that can retrieve data from each of this database? And for that, we have agent. Now, agent is responsible for routing the query to each of this database. So for example, let's say we have query 1. For query 1, the agent will route it to this database. So the query is, what is the profit for company A? To get the profit from company A, the data is stored in vector database A. So agent will route the query to vector database A. It will take out the data. Will combine with prompt, and then will finally send to the LLM. And then the LLM will give response back to the user. Now, if the query is, what is the total revenue of company B? Then what this agent will do is, it will take data from vector database B and then will send to the LLM, and LLM will give the response. And if the query is, what is the total revenue? Then the agent will take out data from both of this database, combine with prompt, send it to the LLM. LLM will summarize and then send the response back to the user. So here we have an intelligent system that is able to route query to each of this database, retrieve data from this database, and send to the LLM. And this is called agentic RAG. Here we have an intelligent system called agent. An agent can on its own route query to each of this database and retrieve the data. So whatever query you have about company A or company B, according to the query, it will go on specific database and then it will retrieve the data. And this is called agentic RAG. So these are the difference between RAG and agentic RAG. In RAG, we have a single database, and in single database, we take the data and then feed it to the LLM. And here we have separate database, and we take data from each of this database and feed it to the LLM. Now you might be asking a question, why do we have separate database? Why can't we store both the data of company A and company B in a single vector database? Now the problem in that is that the answer becomes very vague. So suppose you have a single vector database and we try to take information about company A. In that case, the information about company B can also be overridden, and to avoid such problems, we create separate database. So in vector database A, we store data only about company A. In vector database B, we store information only about company B, and we have an intelligent system that can take data according to the query from each of this vector database and then feed it to the LLM. So these are the differences between RAG and agentic RAG. Hope you understood. I'll see you in the next video.